Just to catch up on a few things that we were talking about earlier in the week, Jerry Murphy is tweeting at me. He says, Tom, I would posit that the MAGA hats are not so much the modern-day Klan hoods as they are the new dunce caps. Whenever I see one, the first word that comes to my mind is dumb. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And then Grace tweets, Tom, I'll bet the banks love it when the Trump shutdown destroys credit ratings. They get to make more money off raising interest rates on people. Absolutely right. I mean, from the billionaires' point of view, this whole shutdown is actually a success. And this is all predicated on the so-called, oh my God, the caravans are coming, right? You know about the real caravan down on the Mexican border? 6,000 people a day crossing the border? 6,000 people a day crossing our southern border? At Los Algodones, I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that, Algodones is the name of the town. It's right across from Yuma, Arizona. 6,000 people a day cross right there. They are Americans going to Mexico for dental care and help. 6,000 Americans leave our country every day to go to this town in Mexico to have their teeth done. Why? Because you can save 80%. Why? Because Mexico has free college education for doctors and dentists. You have to serve the government for 1 year as a dentist after you graduate from dental school. In exchange for a free college education. Amazing. Anyhow, Steve in Park Ridge, Illinois. Hey, Steve, what's on your mind today?
Hey, Tom, can you hear me?
Yeah, just fine. What's up?
Okay, I'm actually driving in Chicago. I'm at Jackson and Wells. Mm-hmm. I'm on my way to a rally at Federal Plaza. You know, we're going to rally against the shutdown, but something you said earlier, what can we do to confront the billionaire class? What really kind of surprises me is how the public sentiment out in the streets has kind of died down. I marshaled the 2 women's marches here in the city, 250,000, 300,000.
Oh, remember the Occupy movement, Steve.
Things have only gotten more dire, and there's just a trickle of folks nationally that are out showing their displeasure. We know that that's there, but, you know, I'm a grassroots organizer. I wish one of the large organizations like Indivisible or Our Revolution, et cetera, would, you know, start having Saturday, Sunday type things. I'm retired, so I can come down on a Thursday, no problem. But I think, you know, we need to be in the streets, in other words.
Yeah, I'm with you.
As well as Twitter and Facebook, et cetera. What do you think?
I absolutely agree, Steve, and spot on, and good on you for going to that rally. And give us a shout tomorrow or next week and let us know how it worked out, okay?
Will do. Thank you, Tom.
Thanks a lot, Steve. Good talking to you. Lynn in Rutland, Vermont. Hey, Lynn, what's up?
Hi, Tom. I wanted to answer your question that you have repeated several times today. What can we do?
Right.
I think that this situation requires that we invoke our Declaration of Independence. The man who suggested a revolution, I don't think he understands what happens when there are revolutions, especially if there's no real plan for what to do instead. And I find right now our people lack vision. I saw that in the Women's March, the many complaints, but very few answers. Mm-hmm. I think we need to teach each other how to love in our schools. Love is the one thing that people absolutely require. And to talk about how did it happen to get to this point, I have a very specific answer, and that is Operation Paperclip. Are you aware of what happened when 1,700 plus top Nazis were imported into this country between 1948 and 1956, following the Nuremberg trial?
Right, they populated the CIA and the rocket programs.
The deep state, many different areas.
Yeah, well,
now,
you know,
Malcolm Howard.
I get it, Lynn, but you know, I think that right now we've got to. We also you invoked the Declaration of Independence. You know, let me just read: to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, not the billionaire class, and that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its power in such form as to them shall be most likely to affect their safety and happiness. And then he goes on to say, but when a long train of abuses and usurpations pursuing invariably the same object evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Lynn, spot on. Thank you for the call.